Securing funding to make a movie is incredibly difficult. I mean, if it was easy, everyone would be a filmmaker. It's hard to get people to see your movie and have enough interest to throw cash at it, which is why we see a lot of independent movies made on a tiny budget. However, these movies will often surprise us and blow us away. So these are the top 5 best low-budget horror movies. Let's jump in. In at number 5 we have Backcountry. Backcountry is a truly great Canadian horror movie that sadly not enough people have watched. It really does deserve more attention. Released in 2014 and directed by Adam McDonald, the movie is loosely based on the true story of a man-eating bear and 30-year-olds Mark Jordan and Jacqueline Perry in Ontario back in 2005. The film specifically tells the story of Alex and Jen, a couple who have left the city to go camping in the country. However, after setting off into the woods, they realize they've forgotten their phones and that they have become lost. The trip then quickly turns into a fight for survival when they are stalked by a man-eating bear. However, it's not just the bear that adds tension to the movie. The couple are also having issues, and there is another person in the woods who might not be as friendly as they seem. The movie is incredibly low budget, but you wouldn't notice because it's so damn good. It's thrilling from start to finish and a pure rush of adrenaline. Not to mention it's bloody and brutal as the vicious bear hunts down its human prey. The film initially premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival, with D Films going on to acquire 25% of the film's ownership. Eventually, distribution went to IFC Midnight, and the rest is history. If you have yet to watch Backcountry, I highly suggest you do. You'll not be disappointed. Before we jump into number 4, be sure to hit the like button. It really helps us out a lot. Coming in at number 4 we have Hush. Yes, we discuss Hush quite a lot on this channel, but for the impact it had on the horror genre, as well as the life of Mike Flanagan, it deserves to be discussed. Released in 2016 and directed by Flanagan, the movie stars Kate Siegel, who co-wrote the movie with Flanagan and who is also his real-life wife. The movie itself follows a deaf writer, Maddie, played by Siegel, who retreats to the woods to live a solitary life. However, she is forced to fight for her life when a masked killer appears in her window one day. The movie is incredibly thrilling in a way we haven't quite experienced before on screen. Maddie is not only deaf, but she is also mute, so she must rely on her other senses as well as her inner monologue and storytelling abilities to aid her in her deadly game of cat and mouse. She must do everything she can to keep the man from getting inside of the home, but once he is in, it becomes a race against time. Maddie must listen because her hearing is her best friend at this point. She has the advantage in that sense. Hush was made on a budget of just $1 million, which again is hardly anything in the world of cinema. The movie initially premiered at South by Southwest and was quite quickly picked up by Netflix, and thanks to Netflix, this movie has been seen by much of the world. It also made Flanagan a household name, with him going on to release Gerald's Game, Dr. Sleep, Ouija Origin of Evil, and of course the TV series Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor. In at number 3 we have Found. Found is easily the strangest movie we have on our list, and you'll see why in a moment. Released in 2012 and directed by Scott Shermer, Found is a horror movie based on the novel of the same name by Todd Rigney. The movie itself follows a young bullied boy, Marty, who discovers his brother is a serial killer, with him being forced to grapple with this knowledge. Now, Marty makes this discovery after finding a decapitated head inside of his brother's bowling bag. He keeps this discovery to himself, and each week Marty finds a new head inside of the bag. Now, the movie is a complete mind and incredibly disturbing, with Marty's brother soon realizing he knows his secret, resulting in an incredibly shocking finale that I will refrain from spoiling for you. The movie itself is incredibly strange, while at the same time being a coming-of-age story and also a depraved horror movie. Found was made on an incredibly small budget, the smallest on the entire list, just $8,000, and for that price tag, it is incredibly effective. Sadly, very few people have seen the movie, or have even heard of it for that matter, but I highly suggest you check it out after this video. You have been warned, it's a lot. In at number 2 we have The Ritual. This is truly one of the best British horror movies out there, and sadly many people have yet to watch it. Released in 2017 and directed by David Bruckner, and based on the 2011 novel of the same name by Adam Neville, The Ritual follows 4 friends who reunite in the Scandinavian wilderness after the tragic death of their friend. However, after taking a wrong turn, they become lost in the mysterious forests of Norse legend, where an evil stalks their every move. Throughout the movie, the group's relationships are tested, especially with it being revealed that one of the friends, Luke, hid while Rob was killed in a store robbery 6 months prior. As they journey through the forest, they begin to encounter concerning things such as a dead elk being pinned from a tree or a cabin adorned with strange symbols. From there, things descend into utter madness, with some of the group disappearing and others getting seriously mutilated. And not before long, one of the group members, Phil, is dragged away by an unknown creature, who we later learn has been hunting them for the entire time. This isn't simply a creature hunting its prey though, there is so much more at play here, with many people being involved, which we learn at the end of the movie. But I don't want to spoil it all for you, because you hate when I do that. All you need to know is that this movie truly lends itself to Norse mythology while also being a very good horror movie. Now, it is unclear how much the ritual was to make, but an estimation puts it around $1 to $2 million, with it ultimately being sold to Netflix for $4.7 million after premiering at TIFF back in 2017. So if you have yet to watch The Ritual, go check it out on Netflix right after this video, because I said so. The book's also great. I read that. And that's the truth. I often lie. And finally, coming in at number 1, Pontipol. I can't say enough good things about this Canadian horror. It truly is exceptional and does not get enough love, sadly. Released in 2008 and directed by Bruce McDonald, Pontipol follows disc jockey Grant Massey, who reports to his radio station in the Canadian town of Pontipol, only to learn that a virus is turning people into zombies, resulting in him barricading himself in his studio and figuring out a way to warn his listeners of the impending doom and its unlikely mode of transmission, the English language. The movie itself is based on the novel Pontipol Changes Everything, the second novel in the Pontipol trilogy written by Tony Burgess. The movie takes place in one location inside of the radio station, where the workers can do nothing but continue to report on the devastating news happening right outside of their doors, while they figure out a way to stop it spreading. After a horde begin to attack the station though, they quickly begin to learn that the virus infects certain words in the English language, driving people to kill themselves or kill others, with one of the workers, Laurel Ann, slamming her head against the sound booth window and chewing off her own lip before vomiting blood and falling down dead. Grant Massey begins to discover how to avoid the virus, however I won't give that twist away. It's an incredibly effective, claustrophobic and intense thrill ride, with it being one of the most original horrors out there, not just in its story but also its execution. Pontipol had a very small budget, with it being around $1.5 million to make, which for a movie is incredibly cheap. Sadly, it just about broke even, not making much of a profit in the process. Again, this is a movie that majorly flew under the radar, but many horror lovers out there know and appreciate it. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any low budget horror movies that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 5 sci-fi horror movies we still don't understand. Schrellenberger said, with the last 2001: A Space Odyssey, it is reasonably close to the novel written by Arthur C. Clarke, so to understand it, read the book. Okay, good to know. It was only slightly condescending, that comment. I will maybe read the book, but I also might not, because I don't particularly. No, 2001: Space Odyssey is a good movie. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I'll read the book, okay? Get off my case. Lavo said, thanks for adding Pi, Under the Skin, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. They're all great. They are all great. Enjoyable is different. I enjoy Under the Skin a lot, probably the most. Then 2001: A Space Odyssey, and then Pi is 0 out of 10 enjoyment. That is a mind. He drills into his own brain. I'm not here for that. Not here for that. Nightflame 3000 said, anyone else from Top 10 Central Dark that would love to also hear a full cover of Dilemma by Lucy featuring Cher? Or Keegan, since I'm sure he would be the more available one. Dilemma. I don't know what song that is. Did I sing it? Did I sing it in a video and I just forgot? Dilemma.
Wait, you don't know the song? You're not a fan then? You're not a super fan.
It's not a Cher song, I can tell you that right now. That's 100% not a Cher song. I know all her songs. I swear if I look this up and it's a Cher.
Is that Kelly Rowland and Nelly song?
Oh, maybe. Hold on. Yeah. I didn't know that was called Dilemma.
Oh, 'cause you guys are singing it, remember?
Yeah, even when I'm with my boo. But I didn't know that was called Dilemma.
Oh, guess
Wow, okay, oh my god, me and Cher doing that? Me up. I would be, she can be, I don't know. Who's Nelly? That's the question. Who's putting a band-aid on their face? I would take one for the team, I would do that. Oh yeah, Keegan's out, like it's me and Cher forever till the end of time. I think about it every day. I have dreams. John Rapp said, Lucy, you always look great and beautiful. I always look forward to watch this video. Thank you. I sometimes look great. Sometimes. It's the lighting. When you turn the lights off, it's frightening. That rhymed. Pumpkin Patch Exotic said, I like the spoilers. I don't have time to watch every movie. Okay, that's very true, but the majority of you hate the spoilers, so I have to go with the majority, unfortunately. As much as I love to spoil every movie because I've just got a big mouth, I have to tell everyone everything. That's my problem. As much as I like doing that, I've got to refrain from doing it. And the same with presents. As soon as I buy people Christmas presents, I can't wait until Christmas. I need them to open it today. It's just the way I've been. I need to tell everyone everything. The Billy Booyah Show said, Annihilation is one of those classic gems that you can watch time and time again and notice something new every single time. I completely agree with you. Annihilation is so good, and a lot of people hate it. But I think it's great, and what I say goes, to be honest. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and until next time, I'll see you later. Yes, we discuss Hold on. The movie initially premiered at South by Southwest. The movie based on the 2011 and not before long one of the group and not before